This episode of Hobie is sponsored by Ho Jeff. Save 25% with promo code HobiePod.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
It's about comic books, movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Man, that's something. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again. Please, God, no. Remembering Tales from the Crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts. He wrote scripts. All right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 508. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Blake.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Brian.
What is all this?
This is a full house.
Brian, who are these people next to you?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
My name's Jim.
Hey, I'm Gary.
Yeah, Gary, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
I thought we fired
you new
Gary.
here?
I am not.
Oh.
I've been here.
Are you here? Are you new here?
No, I've been here for a long time.
When?
I just keep getting suspended.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, it's that guy.
It's the suspended guy.
Yeah.
Blake, you're back from Alaska for the third time in 2 months.
Yeah, I told you about my trip to Alaska.
You went to Alaska?
Yeah.
We got some listeners that really want to talk about Alaska and the history of Alaska.
I'm all set
gonna
for
be-
30 minutes.
That's going to be our Patreon. What is that called?
Patreon.
Patreon. That's going to be our Patreon.
That's right.
I think next
We're gonna
year,
have to pay people to listen to that.
I think next year we just do the Patreon is just real history things. Like we just do 30-minute history podcasts.
Like
That's what we do.
We each get to just choose like an important historical fact, and we just read it.
History of Delhi.
Or that would be Delhi. Or we could do it Jason C. Brown style.
What's that? Drunk history?
Drunk history.
I like that.
Ooh.
You know,
Get drunk and have somebody else read the copy.
There's not much going
Have
on.
Jason read the copy drunk.
Would it matter?
It would actually be smooth. And we have the history of charcuterie here. What?
In the history of China. Oh, no, he's going to screw this up. No, he did it perfectly.
Ding Xiaoping.
What? You know, it's funny, too, because Jason C. Brown's probably not doing much right now because Hollywood shut down. You would think somebody would reach out to him to get him as a guest. He is a former Canadian of the Year, I'm just saying.
Yeah, he wasn't in Alaska with me, so.
Oh, damn it.
Well, maybe he can be on somebody's top 5 list.
Oh, that's a good one.
There you go.
No spoiling things.
I need to make one.
Am I the only one that made one?
What is the top 5 this week?
Teaser alert.
Top 5 guests we would like to have on the podcast.
Oh, that's fun.
Like, not want.
Oh, would like to have on the podcast. I'm sorry.
Mine says would want.
Would want? Oh.
5 favorite guests you would want on Hobie.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
So you have about an hour and 20 minutes to come up with one.
That one.
Got it.
It's going to be...
JCB.
Mine's going to be Brad. Oh, I'm not on the right page to do that.
Sorry. Killing me.
I need to rearrange these.
Oh,
I'm Brad.
No, we started off strong. Like I made that little joke, and it was like, boom.
Yeah, that's because I was on the right page of the sound effects.
I
But
thought we were.
Wait till we get to like.
I need to put the drum roll and I'm Brad on the same page.
Yeah.
Wait till he gets to like theme music, and then he'll be like, I don't know what to do.
Do we have theme
Jock
music
and
for
nerd,
that?
jock and nerd.
I don't think we have theme music for
I think
that.
you're wrong.
What?
Anyways, Blake, how you doing, man?
Doing great.
Good.
I'm just here for the free Oreos.
Oh, we got some good Oreos. Should we just bust into these right away?
Bust into them right away, then I can go home.
Top of the show, Oreo.
Oh shit! I forgot my water too. Damn it. Oh well.
Maybe
Are those double stuffed too?
I don't think they make double stuff.
They look pretty
I
thick.
wish.
That's what she said.
Now, granted, they are a different cream. They are a cream cheese cream and the red velvet
These are thick. These
Oreo.
look- cream is thick.
Yeah, they do kind of look like a double pump there.
Double stuff.
Did they ever make a pumpkin spice one?
Yeah, every year.
Do they?
Yep.
Okay.
And we've tried it.
Every year?
Last year we did.
Oh, okay.
And you loved it. That I don't remember.
Do you remember when Oreo should give us a sponsorship?
It's been 3 years now, at least.
Yeah, they're kind of dropping the ball on that. I'll be honest.
They don't have to, but we'd appreciate it.
We would appreciate
We're
it.
still going to eat their cookies and
Yeah.
How many
high-
Oreos
high-
have we consumed over the years?
Every flavor that's come out in the last 5 years, I think it is. I think we said it was 5 years. But yeah, you would think that would be wonderful. I think it started with Swedish Fish from Doug.
I think that was the first special flavored Oreo we tried.
Not the worst one we've tried. So that's nice. Oh, well, look at this. My butler came in and got some water. Butler, would you like some cookies? Okay, there you go.
Jason's got a monkey butler?
I do.
And he's not crying about it.
No, that's my other butler.
Oh, it was the other kid.
Yeah.
That was crying.
Yes. Well, he did have to go to bed and not play Fortnite, so it was a rough time. It was a rough time for all.
That sounds like one of the best things in the world to happen.
I know. As you get older, you're just like, let me go to bed.
What? I don't have to play Fortnite and I get to go to bed?
Yeah. It's like, don't threaten me.
What's Fortnite?
It's a game that I've played 3 times. You build stuff.
While shooting people.
I went to land on one of the first times I played, I landed on a rooftop with another guy. My oldest son was like, don't do
You
that.
start parachuting in.
Yeah, you start parachuting in. And he's like, don't do it. I was like, no, I want to do it. I was like, if I die, I just respawn. You don't respawn. Not that game, at least. I was in 99th place out of 99. So
Solid game.
Yeah.
But you're first in line for the next game.
That's right.
I mean, first to die. I mean, that's worth something, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you didn't have to waste, about 5-10 minutes worth of
and just,
not winning anyway.
Of building something you really want and them to kill you and tear it down.
To be fair, it's just like real life. I don't know how to build in the game either, so it pretty much works well for me. So
it's like me in Call of Duty. You just stand there looking at the corner, jumping up and down.
yes, Jim Halpert, that's who you are. You used to do really good at Call of Duty when we used to play.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. You were a great decoy. Hey,
Yeah,
Jeff.
I'll run over there. Everybody else find out where they shoot at me from.
Blake, what's going on with you? We haven't seen you in a couple months.
I was on sabbatical.
What did you learn on sabbatical?
A lot.
Like
Stuff.
this Oreo?
Man, this is riveting podcasting.
It's great.
I mean, I'm here ready to hit the story time button, and I get a lot.
Are you cranky today?
No.
Okay. How do you like the Oreo? You were really excited about this.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
It is pretty good.
Yeah,
It's
I like
red
Oreo.
velvet.
I felt like we've been missing something the last few weeks. Now I know what it is.
Best color man in the business over there.
Good Oreos.
Yep. Fly ball. Caught.
Brian, you know what? Fuck them all. You go first. How you doing, Brian?
I am doing pretty well.
Okay. Anything going on with you?
Yeah. First, we're under 2 weeks to the expo. Getting excited about that.
September 22nd through 24th.
Getting our sandwich orders already.
Yeah, getting our food orders in. We're locking in.
We're ready to rock and roll here.
Yeah.
We'll be on the second floor. Come see us. We'll be by the coat rack room across from the Queen City panel. Just to let you guys know.
2 cookies is not enough, Jim. He needs more.
He's been gone 6 months. He needs at least 12 cookies over there.
So, Blake, how much weight did you lose while not being on the podcast?
At least 3 pounds. I haven't had my cholesterol checked yet. That's next month.
He probably should have done it before coming back.
Yeah, I know.
You would get a clean bill of health, but now you're going to end up with the Oreo in your blood.
You have too much Oreo in your blood.
Just to let you guys know.
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
You brought up Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Cincinnati Comic
Yes.
Expo.
Yes. Let me show you, or let me tell everybody, not show.
You should show them, Jason.
I don't think that's going to work.
Hold it up to the camera.
Just to let you guys know, we'll do Saturday because that's a big one. That's a big one. Saturday, we have Stephen Amell from Arrow.
On a panel.
Arrow?
Panel. What's that?
What's he doing, Arrow?
He's Green Arrow.
Oh, he is the Green Arrow?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's important for people to know.
Yeah, this is a pretty big name there, Blake.
Not to me. Does he bring you Oreos?
He may.
We're
Is he an
actually supposed
Oreo
to be bringing
spokesman?
him Oreos.
There is no way in hell that guy eats Oreos. Have you seen him? His abs.
I mean, he might.
So he's at 11 a.m.
I mean, we could ask him. It's not like we got much else to talk about.
So, do you like Oreos?
Tell me, Steve,
That could be SAG prohibited. We got to check the contract.
what's your favorite cheat cookie?
You know what? That's a good question. Cheat food.
Cheat
I like
food.
that.
Yeah, there you go.
We wouldn't have enough time in the panel if The Rock was there. His cheat food is everything.
Yeah.
Do you do bedtime cookies?
What are your thoughts on bedtime cookies, Steve?
See that guy over there in the video that's doing the video? Wave, Jeff. Say wave, hi.
You think he hates it if when people call him Steve?
Yes. We also at noon have Darren Stein, director from Jawbreaker.
Oh, nice.
There's also at noon in the Queen City room, which is the big one. We have Ashley Eckstein, James Arnold Taylor, and Matt Lantern for the Star Wars panel. Who's going to be doing that panel? Brad is. Brad's going to be doing that one.
Ooh, thanks, Brad.
At 1 o'clock.
Are those the stuntmen and writers?
Nope.
No,
they're the voices.
The voice actors.
voice
It's
actors.
for the cartoons for
Clone Wars.
Okay.
Rebecca Gayhart and Julie Benz, moderator for that. Good old Jimmy is doing that one. He's dipping his foot into that.
Yep, get to actually talk to some people this year.
Neil McDonough. I'm really excited about that one. I'll be doing his panel. That's at 1 o'clock as well.
Who's Neil McDonough?
He's been in many things. He was one of the Howling Commandos in Captain America. He was the villain in Arrow.
He's a bad guy in a lot of things.
Yes.
So why don't we have him on the same panel as Arrow?
He was also in
There's rules.
When you can have him battle
Shut
it
up,
out.
Blake.
He was in,
Have him battle it out on the panel.
he was Wit in Angels in the Outfield.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. That's right. 30 for 30.
Yeah, wasn't he in one of them movies based off of the
Street Fighter. He was M. Bison.
That's it.
Legend of Chung Li.
He was in Justified.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's a television show.
I haven't seen it.
You should watch it.
When
it's
you
pretty
get
good.
done with Star Wars, I'll watch Justified.
To tie into this. To tie into
How
the
long have you
Mandalorian.
been waiting to use that one, Jeff?
Pretty good. Jim Lee is at 2 o'clock. Big artist, writer, creator, DC Comics head honcho. Brad will be doing that one.
Artist of the #1 selling comic in history,
Which is?
X-Men #1.
That's right. Brad will be doing that one.
X-Men #1 from what year?
From 1991.
Real X-Men #1?
No.
Not the first
say,
X-Men.
That would be
but-
1966, I
I was
think.
going to say, that's, 20, 30 year difference.
Well, yeah, it is.
I'm Brad.
There we go.
There you go.
Adam Savage from Mythbusters will be there at 3 o'clock in the Queen City room.
Oh, is he blowing anything up?
He might. We don't know what he's doing, to be honest.
We haven't discouraged it yet.
No.
Cool.
Paul Bettany will be at 4 o'clock in the Queen City room.
I know that guy.
Yeah, Vision.
You loved him in Wimbledon, didn't you, Blake?
Correct.
5 o'clock, David Krumholtz from The Santa Claus. He will be there.
Numbers.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Firefly.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Serenity.
So that's just Saturday.
Serenity now.
So
He
lots
was in
of
Seinfeld?
big
Wait.
ones.
Crumholtz
No.
is closing out Saturday.
Yes, he is.
Wow.
And then we got the cosplay people coming at 6. The next day, just to give you some tease here, we'll talk about it next week. Tease! Vincent D'Onofrio will be there on Sunday. Matthew Lewis from Harry Potter. Charles Martinet. Does everybody know who that is? It's me, Mario. John Delancey from Star Trek.
Q.
Yep.
He was better in Days of Our Lives.
And we have a big Indiana Jones panel that day as well, so we'll get to all that.
Whoa.
Yep. So there you go.
I named the dog Indiana.
We didn't even talk about Friday, which has some good ones too. We'll talk about that next week.
Well, I was going to bring up, so I was on a little trip this weekend. I went golfing and went whitewater rafting, and I was talking to a couple of guys who I was rafting with about heading down there, and all the celebrities are going to be down there. And like, oh, name some people to see if we know them. I'm like, oh, Vincent D'Onofrio. I was like, I'm like, okay.
Do they watch TV?
Stephen Amell? Like, no. I'm like, Paul Bettany? Like, no. I'm like, Paul Williams. Oh, the guy who wrote the Rainbow Connection?
Do they watch TV in the last 20 years?
Oh, these are old retired men that Jim is hanging around
Oh,
with.
never mind then. That makes
Actually,
sense.
no, they weren't. These are guys younger than me.
Oh,
These are guys I rafted with.
I thought it was the golfers.
No. Paul Williams. Oh, the guy who wrote Rainbow Connection?
So, yeah. So
They don't know Paul Bettany.
They don't.
Have they not seen a movie in the last 15 years?
I guess not.
did they not see A Knight's Tale?
I brought it up, and they're like, oh, okay. But they really weren't sold on it.
And you know what he said? Get the fuck out of my car.
Raft.
Whatever. He knocked him with the paddle. Brian, what else you got over there?
So tomorrow we begin our journey as foster parents for dogs. We are getting our first foster dog tomorrow.
What type of foster dog?
Great Pyrenees.
And can you say the name?
Her name is Rose.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like foster kids. Like you can't say names in that.
Blake. My foster kid is Blake.
How old is she?
She is 7 years old.
Okay. Why did you decide to do that?
It's something that we've been wanting to do, and now we decided that now was the right time.
Okay. Look at
So
you
yeah,
go.
we get her. We pick her up from the vet tomorrow.
So how long do you have her? Do you know?
So she will be on a medical hold. So we will have her for 1 month before we can start taking her to adoption events.
So she needs to get fat.
Yes, but they have some other medical things that
They need to work on.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
some kidney issues and other things. But yes, she is
You can't talk about it, HIPAA.
correct.
You don't know what HIPAA is. I don't think you do either.
So she was found wandering down eastern Kentucky.
It's always Eastern Kentucky
52 pounds.
for Pyrenees.
Yeah, so she's about half of what she should be. But she also is positive for Lyme disease.
Okay.
So she had obviously some tick issues.
You gotta get the medicine for that.
Yeah. So, but we'll have her for a month, presumably, if all goes well with our animals and they get along, and which should. But
And if you would like to adopt a mature Pyrenees,
yeah,
in a month, get with Brian.
yeah, absolutely.
We have a nice little segment. Every time we get a foster dog,
Yeah.
we'll put it up. Put it on the History of Bad Ideas Facebook page.
Once I get her, I will.
There you go.
Or if you're into adopting animals and you're looking, you can still contact Brian. He can put you in
Yes.
contact with the right people.
Absolutely.
Our last dog was adopted from SAP.
That is
Molly.
That is who we are fostering through.
Yep. Great organization. All dogs that we get from there really love you.
They
Brian.
love me.
Yes.
They do not bark at me ever.
No. I don't know why. So, well, good job, Brian.
Yeah.
Got
Thank
some
you.
good karma there.
Yeah.
You get rich fostering them too, right? Money just comes out of the woodwork.
No. Spiritually,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm about to say, if getting paid in love is
That's right.
it makes you rich, then yes.
Can't put a price on tag on that.
Well, you can.
Can't
I
put
wish.
a price money tag on that.
That's actually coming to CBS at 9 o'clock on Tuesdays.
Shouldn't that be like in the mornings after Price is Right?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Well, that's what's coming to CBS at noon. Okay, look, I'm not doing a whole new thing about this. Okay.
Oh, so we're still just booking night.
We're doing celebrity. You can't put a money price tag on that.
Hosted by Maya.
You know what? Forget it. It's only mornings. I'm not putting it down. You guys ruined it. We've had a chance to sell that to CBS.
Write it down.
Do.
We still have an
Nope, forget it. I'm not doing it.
I still want to know how a dog from the Pyrenees can end up across the Atlantic in eastern Kentucky.
Boats.
Have you seen like any of those movies? Like,
Have you seen the
Does the dog
Incredible
speak
Journey?
English? I mean, does
Homeward
the
Bound?
dog speak Spanish or French? Or Catalan?
Andorian.
I would like a baguette. Woofy, woofy, woof, woof, woof.
You should never do that ever again.
Blake, stop bringing up other languages. You know what's going to happen.
And you notice how he's not doing a Spanish or Catalan accent. No.
It's French.
Oh, it's French. Now I got it.
Crazy accent. Bucky buck.
You forgot to start off with, I am a French Pyrenees.
I am a French Pyrenees. I am a French Pyrenees. You turned my mic on, you asshole.
I did.
And we could still hear you.
Fuck you, Brian. We're moving on. Jim, what do you got?
What did I do? I'm the one that... What?
Jim, what do you got?
I'm just glad to be back.
We're glad to have you back.
2 weeks in a row. Consecutively.
That's like some type of record.
It's a streak.
Golf must have been rained out tonight.
Now golf season's over.
Suspension season is over.
Jeff, you got anything?
Shingles.
You got shingles?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that painful?
Yeah, it should
Not
be.
as painful as people say it is.
Where's it at? Legs?
Ass.
Oh. Sure it's not hemorrhoids?
It's not in my ass.
In my ass coming to CBS. Tuesdays at 9.
Followed by not in my ass.
Not in my ass coming at 9:30.
In the 10 o'clock an hour show, what's in my mouth?
You know what?
We're not even
mouth?
trying at this
No,
point.
we're not. We gave up a while ago.
This is...
We gave up when Jason wouldn't do price tag.
I'm
thing.
just happy that we finished off CBS's Tuesday night. It starts with Wibbly Wobbly with Michael Rowe. Practical Jokesters with Carrot Top. In my ass, not in my ass, and what's in my mouth?
I gave up when Jason wrote the first thing down on that paper.
Not wearing pants.
I did not.
We got some good ones.
We have some great ones. And
Yes.
We've got 1 week left.
Like we have the Dick Wolf Day of programming.
That's just Wednesdays on NBC. Like that just programs itself.
We literally have Dan and Dan 2.0. We have different haircuts and different hair. 2 different shows. One's by Jane Lynch, one's by Jane Curtin. I don't know.
So is Dick Wolf Day different than Wolf Dick Day?
Wolf Dick Day. We have that.
No, we're not doing that.
That's Tuesdays on NBC.
You know what? We do have a 10 o'clock one for Tuesday. So what is that? Wolf Dick Day?
Wolf Dick.
Wolf Dick. Okay.
You know what's amazingly funny about that is every time, because we watch a lot of Dick Wolf programming, at the end of every single episode that we watch, I say that. Every single time.
Every single time.
Dick Wolf Day?
Wolf Dick.
Oh, Wolf Dick.
I've said that for years.
Wolf Dick is actually about a lycanthrope who's a private detective.
I like it.
Starring Andy Dick.
No, we want a good show.
Sorry, my bad.
Pauly Shore.
Oh, he's already busy. We got him for something else over here.
We do?
Yeah, Carrot Top's got 2 shows this summer.
He's the new Seacrest.
How did that happen?
Pauly Shore's with Goliath Adventure with Pauly Shore and Carrot Top.
How did that happen?
That's on Fox. It's after Exotic Vets. And Lawn Boys.
Can we get Haley Joel Osment to do
Yeah, we can do that for Wolf Dick.
Wolf Dick?
I could see him being a detective that's a wolf, a werewolf.
He's a great zombie.
He was a great zombie.
So anyway, so you got shingles.
Oh, well, we're back to that. Okay.
How did that happen?
But you're fortunate if it doesn't cause you a lot of pain.
Okay.
Shingles can cause people a lot.
It happened was when I was a child, I got chicken pox.
That's where it starts.
And then 45 years later, shingles came.
Okay.
That's how it happened.
You know they have a vaccine for that.
No, they do.
Chicken pox, that is. And shingles.
And shingles. I
see
the
it on
commercials.
Price is Right all the time.
See, what I wasn't sure of was if you had shingles before, could you get it again?
Can you?
The answer must be yes.
Oh, this is a second time?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you have had it.
Yes.
Okay. Do you take medicine for it?
Just put topical ointment on the...
Oh. No, that's not as much fun. Okay.
Yeah, if you want me to get
Gives me oxy.
If you eat that cream, it does no good, Jason.
Jeff's like, I've had shingles for 2 years. I just keep eating the cream. Why is it not doing anything?
It'll pretty much go away on its own if you
Does
do
it?
nothing. But
How long does it take?
About 2.5 weeks.
Okay. How long have you had it?
Since Saturday.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Should be cleared up just in time for the expo.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're lucky. People have shingles much longer than that. They have shingles much longer than that, so you're pretty lucky.
Have you had shingles
2.5
before?
weeks. No, I've known people that have had
Okay.
it. And it's not good, especially if you get on your face or you get it on your head or by your eyeball.
Jeez,
yeah.
Yeah, those would be terrible places.
Yeah, those are terrible places. But a good thing that Jeff's ass is numb to begin with. So that works pretty well for him.
I don't even know what to say to all this.
Jeff's ass is numb.
Blake, what do you got going on?
No, we already asked him. We're done. We started with him. Yep.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We did.
What about you, Jason? What do you got?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
Great.
Oh, well.
I got 2 episodes left in Twisted Metal. Great show.
I might start that.
Told you.
It's enjoyable. Yeah. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's enjoyable.
But there is enough of a underlying story there to where it isn't just smash them, grab them, blow stuff up.
Anthony Mackie's fun.
Yep.
I really like Sweet Tooth, a.k.a. Samoa Joe.
A.k.a. Will Forte.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you were watching it, I'm like, who is that? You were right.
Yeah.
It was like
the voice doesn't match the person. And I'm like, there's no way Will Forte is that big.
And I did not expect that about Sweet Tooth, like what they're doing with him, and I really enjoy it. So it's a good show, though. It's very enjoyable. And like I said, it's 30 minutes long, each episode.
Very easy to watch.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable.
And I like that world building. I like seeing the future, like the bad guy cop, who's played by Academy Award nominee, who played Sandman in Amazing Spider-Man. Or one of the Spider-Man.
Thomas Hayden Church?
Yeah, Thomas Hayden Church is the cop.
He's
the bad cop.
Villain.
Yeah. Because the first episode, I was like, that's not Thomas Hayden Church, is it? Because he's old, they put it in
You don't know his name? He was on Wings.
He was on Wings. He was my favorite Lowell.
He was Lowell.
I did like
That's
Wings.
all you had to do is point to me and say, Lowell.
My favorite Lowell coming to Fox.
He's my favorite, Lowell.
We don't have much on... how about NBC at 10:30?
Yeah.
I don't know if NBC wants to buy
Thursday.
it. Sure.
That's
Must See Thursday. All right. My favorite Lowell.
There we go. It's after Do You Think Drugs Are There? And the Weasley family. So,
Do you think drugs are there? Yes.
Blake, you missed a lot of these episodes.
No.
We're producing a lot of TV shows this year.
Yeah.
We're producing all primetime broadcast
Because we're not part of
television next
SAG.
season.
Yeah, I know. Take advantage of this writer strike as much as possible.
Fall and winter taken care of.
The issue is we only come up with the titles and maybe the characters and maybe a summary once in a while.
You know
Maybe.
the best part about this
Yeah.
is SAG only has to pay us $500.
That's true. That is true.
Jason, I was doing a
Upfront.
lot of work scouting for...
Yes.
Are there drugs in there?
Yeah.
I was in West Virginia.
Yeah.
And I was taking pictures of a bunch of...
Drug dens?
Yes.
I don't know if they were drug dens or not.
Oh, well, but that's right. We have to
A bunch
figure
of
out.
trailers.
Alleged drug.
Do they have stars on them?
What?
Some did.
What stars?
It's a cult in West Virginia.
What?
You drive through West Virginia, and 90% of the houses have big stars on them.
Well, Texas does too.
Well, at least on State Route 612.
Okay.
You know what I want to know?
What's that?
What is Jim Justice hiding?
What are you talking about?
What is Jim Justice hiding?
What you got here? What is this? Jim Justice.
So I also saw a
Governor of West Virginia.
nice billboard driving back today, and big picture of Jim Justice, like awful picture of him, of course. And it
Because
was
it's opponents putting this one out.
Yep.
and the big letters, "What is Jim Justice hiding?" And it has you go to the website, and the website is whatisjimjusticehiding.com.
He is running for Congress this year, right?
Senate.
Senate.
Okay. What is Jim Justice going? You went to their website, Brian. What's on it?
Yeah.
It is.
It's porn.
It is not. It is just a bunch of factual information about why Jim Justice is not fit to be a senator.
But did he hide anything? That's the question.
Well, I haven't gotten that far.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like a good game show.
His
Write it down.
Justice's complicated finances have never faced the scrutiny that comes with a U.S. Senate race, and he's well aware of that. Justice tried to refuse a federal judge's request to provide information on his finances, citing his run for Senate as a central reason for disclosing it.
That never happens.
What is he hiding? What? Show us the money, Jim.
Okay, I got a 20 right here. Other Jim, my bad.
Justice
you.
Justice has also faced an ongoing scandal over his work schedule. The Associated Press reported Justice was largely absent in job, while the Charleston Gazette-Mail wrote, "Work hasn't always been top of mind for the two-term governor," and he continues, refusing to release his official schedule and calendar.
That's like 90% of the people in Congress.
What's he hiding?
According to the Intelligencer,
Oh, okay.
health issues and concerns have hounded Justice ever since he first took office.
Hounded him.
Well, then he should be a senator. He can match up with McConnell. He can match up with
80% of Congress?
I mean, there's a plethora of information here.
Should I just say down the hall?
No, we like Jim Justice, right?
But I don't think this is a positive Jim Justice.
Oh,
I didn't think when he said we like Jim, we like talking about Jim
Yes,
Justice.
yes.
I thought
Whether it's positive or negative, it doesn't matter.
you got black lung? Call 1-800 Jim Justice. We'll get the justice for you.
Why is he hiding his black lung?
I don't know.
According to the Charleston Gazette-Mail, Justice and family properties owe roughly $400,000 on nearly 300 properties up for auction after other properties drew new buyers.
I'm impressed that there's this many newspapers in West Virginia.
He doubled up a couple already.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Buckle up.
More than 3 is impressive.
They've got more than 3 big cities. Well, depending on your definition, but
Wheeling.
cities big enough to have a newspaper.
Huntington, Charleston, Morgantown, Wheeling.
Yeah, 4.
That's more than 3.
I doubt that every one of those cities has a
Fayetteville
newspaper.
probably has a
Fayetteville,
newspaper.
Yeah.
We barely have a newspaper here.
Seattle doesn't have one.
No, they don't. And you know what? They get better news than Cincinnati does from their newspaper.
Well, because we have to print ours 2 hours north of here.
We actually have to print ours off the internet. You can't read online. You got to print it.
According to a Twitter account,
Yeah.
Jim Justice is the king of scandals.
Oh.
Wow.
I think this might be maybe a little exaggeration.
I feel like this might be anti-justice.
Anti-justice, 11 o'clock. That's a news feature. That's the news show.
To be fair, at the very, very, very bottom of this website, this website has been paid for by the DSCC.
Is that a superhero league?
DSCC.
The Dick Scott Committee.
The Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee.
Oh, yeah, that too. Coming to Fox at 10. Oh, sorry. So they're superheroes or supervillains?
Yes.
Okay, good call.
You choose. It's like a choose your own adventure.
That sounds fun.
Speaking of choosing your own adventure,
Yes.
we've got Mad Libs.
What do we have here?
We have some Dungeons and Dragons Mad Libs.
Okay.
Bribed from Dr. Dana.
Please explain what Mad Libs are first.
It's the world's greatest word game.
Okay. You play this, basically, Brian will give us like adjective, verb, pronoun.
He'll ask for.
I will ask for these things.
And we'll give them to him.
And then
And
at
then
the end, he will read the story. Make sure it's a short one.
Well, they're all about the same
They're
size.
all about a page.
Okay.
I mean, have you ever played Mad Libs before?
Okay, and this is a D&D one.
Yes, Dungeons and Dragons specific Mad Libs.
I have played D&D before, not Mad Libs. No, just kidding.
So,
No, you played Frogger.
I can't
Same
thing. We're going to need a noun. Log. Truck.
You know it's
Road.
coming.
I found the shortest one.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, this Mad Lib is called A Bard's Tale.
See, okay. You shouldn't have given us the title. Now
We can't hear you. Speak into the speak.
You shouldn't have given us the title because now you can give words in regards
Pick
to
a different one. Come on.
Pick a different one, but
Oh.
don't tell us the title.
I'm going to give Bard choices anyway.
I think we give the Dungeons and Dragons answers anyway.
Well,
Because Jason's going to sit here and going to be like, sex.
Let's go ahead. Just go around.
Penis. Dick.
Just go around the room.
dick.
Just go around the room and start with Jim.
Okay, here we go.
all right, Jim.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me get here. All right, I need a verb, Jim.
Slay.
Ooh, yeah.
Slaying.
He didn't say a verb ending in ing.
He just said a verb.
Okay.
Jason, I need an adjective.
Blue.
The color or the action?
The
Well,
action.
the one that's an adjective.
Jeff, I'm sorry. I need an animal.
An animal will go
Fucking ends.
duck-billed platypus.
You always go for the platypus.
You have to. They're the coolest.
Blake,
They've got little spurs on the back of their legs with poison in them. They're cool.
I need a plural noun.
Bums.
Like the ass?
You
Or
wanna-
like
yeah, I was going to say. I was waiting for him to ask me. Do you mean about the body part or the
homeless people?
homeless people?
I think the story will tell us what.
Which one it means.
Okay.
All right, Jim, I need an adjective.
Daring.
That's very pretty.
All right, Jason, I need a noun.
A noun is a person, place, or thing.
Thank you. I understand that. Jim Justice. I broke Blake.
All right, Jeff, I need a verb.
A verb. Dream.
Dream?
Yes. Perchance to
right.
dream.
Perchance.
Blake,
Yeah.
I need an adjective.
Yellow.
I like how the adjectives have become
Colored.
I'm from the Jason school of adjectives.
Hey, I got one that wasn't a color.
tough. It wasn't your choice.
All right, Jim, I need a color.
Now we need a color. Give him
make
an
this up.
adjective that's not a color.
They used them all.
Green, because they combine.
I'm going to go red. READ.
That's read. No.
That's a verb.
All right, Jason, I need an occupation.
Chronomancer.
I'm going to go with bank teller.
All right, Jeff, I need a verb.
Ooh, a verb.
The password is
Occupy.
All right, Blake, I need an adjective.
Purple.
He's ruining Mad Libs.
Oh, I think Mad Libs ruins itself.
All right, Jim, I need an animal plural.
Ooh, an animal plural.
Duck-billed platypuses.
I'm going to go honey badgers.
Honey badgers.
Okay.
All right, Jason, I need a verb ending in ing.
Oh, this is my turn.
Yep, this is what you were built for, Jason.
Okay.
Coloring.
Flogging.
I thought you were going to say another F word.
I'm trying to be mature here.
All right, Jeff, I
How many
need
more words we got?
3.
18.
There we go.
Jeff, I need a part of the body.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Humorous bound. Humorous bound.
You can't say shingles.
Phalanges.
I will say...
Metacarpals?
Coccyx.
Hey, this is my choice.
Rectum.
We're just giving you
I know,
options.
but every
Oh my
time you
God,
say
just pick
one
something.
that
It's a Mad Lib.
removes an option from my list, I will say pectoral muscle. Huge pectoral
This might be the best D&D
muscle.
game I've ever played.
All right, Blake, I need a noun.
Crayons. Good.
Podcaster.
All right, Jim, let's finish this off with an exclamation.
Golly!
How do you spell that?
GOOOOLLLLLLY.
All right, I'll abbreviate it and just spell it Golly.
Is there one exclamation point?
Yes, just one.
I said it like 7.
All right.
Here we go. This is the greatest Mad Lib ever.
We're just doing it all in one. I figured we'd just like go to another segment and then I could read it. All right, cool.
Oh, yeah, I think reading at the end might be fun.
Okay, we'll do that.
I'm
We're going to read at the end.
No, I'm going to read this to myself now while you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since I don't have to do listener feedback for like the 6th week in a row.
So now everybody's going to like fast forward through the entire podcast just to get to.
As long as they download,
the
it's fine.
The download is really all that matters.
We had Twitter poll of the week. We had 2. Courtesy of Doug.
Hi, we're Hobie. We only care about your download.
Doug's... go ahead, Brian.
No, I was going to say, how else do we get paid?
That's right.
Download me, bitch.
Courtesy of Doug, he had, does wildcard episodes still suck? 0, or the options were yes, or yes, but so does Jason.
Resounding.
That one 100%.
Yeah, I think he left it up for one person to vote and then shut it.
That may have been.
It's up for 13 seconds.
That person was me.
Longer than Aaron Rodgers' New York Jets career.
I also voted.
Oh, we had at least 2 votes.
It was more than 75 seconds. Oh, sorry, Rodgers.
Are you, though?
No! Fuck him and the Jets.
It also kind of screws Green Bay.
It does. They only get a second-round pick instead of a first, but it was so wonderful.
I think that was the whole thing all along.
But Jets still won that game.
I know they did, but it was still great to see. They got Zach Wilson, who had more passing yards than Joe Burrow this week. Anyway, part 3.
I think so did Brian.
I did. Yeah.
Hey,
You had more catches than T. Higgins.
Joe Burrow did not have the lowest amount of passing yards for a
Who's
starting
that?
quarterback this week.
Aaron Rodgers.
That's right.
He was 0 for 1 on 4 snaps.
We were watching it, and my wife and I were watching, and I'm like, what's he doing? Like, he stands up and all that, Aaron Rodgers, and then he falls to the ground, and she's like, well, that's the wussiest type of injury I've ever seen in my life. He just slowly goes to the ground, and then they're like, oh, that's his Achilles. So she's like, oh, never mind then.
Did you see how hyperextended his leg is?
It's fine.
I mean,
Did she say that about J.K. Dobbins when he ruptured his Achilles too?
I don't think she saw that one.
Okay.
Did you say that about me when I ruptured my Achilles?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because you were pushing a car.
I mean, to be fair, that American flag was pretty heavy. He carried out. He really strained himself on that one.
My favorite meme was Josh Allen staring into space. Was that moment you realize he had more completions to jet players than Aaron Rodgers?
He threw
By a lot.
Yeah.
He threw 3 to the same guy.
Yeah.
He had the second most amount of receptions for a Jets player.
The guy that
completions?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Receptions.
Receptions. Yeah, receptions.
Yeah.
Whitehead.
He was the second highest receiver.
Yes.
It did not go well for the
You can
Bills.
only count that yardage from the line of scrimmage.
Although
He might have led the yardage for the
I
Jets.
can only go by personal experience, but I think Rodgers should be able to go by Christmas time and be ready for the playoffs.
Can he redshirt this year? Can he get an exemption?
I don't know why it would take him so long. I ruptured my Achilles and I was back playing softball 3 months later.
Okay, so
I mean,
Didn't lose a step.
didn't gain a step either.
I didn't have any more to lose or gain.
Here's the best part. I'm not kidding. So if you go online, because Brian knows that there's only good things online. Twitter, there was a conspiracy that he did not rupture his Achilles and that there's something else going on.
No, he ruptured his Achilles.
They literally, people were going out and they're like, he just crawled to just slowly put himself on the ground. There's got to be something else going on. And then people started responding, I don't know what it is, but it's something.
like, did you watch it? I mean, you can pretty much tell the exact time that it ruptured.
You know what didn't cause that Achilles to rupture?
What's that?
The COVID vaccine.
My biggest thing is, though, what's the end game? Like, what's the big conspiracy?
Him stealing $50 million from one of these franchises.
He went back in the back and then cut his own Achilles.
I'm going to act like I'm hurt. Then I'm going to rip my Achilles when the doctor walks in.
And then I'm going to go spend the next 3 months in total darkness.
I will say, not to dwell on this, but the best part was
Ayahuasca.
Darkness, my old friend.
the Manning cast with Peyton Manning and Eli Manning just ripping on Zach Wilson. And they asked them, what do you think the Jets players did when they went into the locker room, and they realized Zach Wilson's your quarterback? And Peyton Manning, they vomited. I was like, oh my God. And then they were betting, well, it's Zach Wilson's quarterback. How many more passes does he play? Does he do the rest of the half? And they're Manning, no more than 3. I was like,
just to give us final tallies on Doug's poll, we had 6 votes.
6 votes. Oh, okay.
100% to 0 was the total. So,
do you think he got to 6 and then he was like John Taffer and he just shut it down at that point?
Shut it down.
Well, he only has 2 followers.
That's true. That's true.
He's voted 3 times.
He only has 2 followers, and 2 of them are his own accounts.
hey, to be fair, number one fan has 232 X followers.
X followers?
It's not Twitter. It's X.
No, it's never going to be X. It's Twitter.
So finally,
Just for that stupid reason, when somebody says X followers, it makes it sound like you're saying they are no longer following you. God, you're stupid, Elon Musk.
finally, our last
Stupid for that.
part 4 of our
Stupid.
sorry, part 4.
I was going to say the best thing I saw is the best thing that Tom Brady can do would be the most Tom Brady thing ever is come back and
To be the Jets quarterback.
To be the Jets quarterback out of retirement.
Hey Zach, scoot over side.
Yeah.
Did you? Sorry, not to keep.
It's just
on
hilarious.
this, but did you see the new Lay's commercial this year during the games where they were showing all the old timers? It was Emmitt Smith and
Yeah, that commercial. Hey, let's come out of retirement.
yeah, where they're coming out of retirement. Dan Marino and Emmitt Smith,
Yeah.
they're suited up and they're just getting crushed on the field.
Can't read the playbill on his wrist. He's
Marino's looking at his wrist,
it's delay a game.
Yeah, it's all blurry. Anyway, the very end of it is they're watching Brady and Edelman are next to a pool watching it on the game. So Marino gets crushed and Brady starts to stand up and Edelman's
Smith,
no, just sit back down, Tom.
Don't even think about it.
Don't think about it. It was a fairly good commercial, actually.
Part 4. This is part 3, but part 4 of what is your favorite baseball film? That's not Bad News Bears edition anymore.
Damn it. Intern screwing that up again.
Georgie McFly.
Georgie McFly.
Georgie McFly.
He's a new intern.
I don't think Blake knows the new intern.
Yeah, it's Georgie McFly.
Georgie McFly.
Yeah.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah. We hired him 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Mr. Baseball, The Rookie, Moneyball, and Angels in the Outfield was the final baseball poll this week. Winning, or in last place, Angels in the Outfield at 8%.
Surprising.
Mr. Baseball was 17%.
Surprising.
And this was kind of surprising, too. The Rookie beat out Moneyball 42% to 33%.
I like The Rookie better, but
So The Rookie joins the Bad News Bears from 1976, A League of Their Own, and Major League in the semifinals. Why is it the semifinals? Because next week it's 2 versus or 1 versus 1. So there we go.
But the top 2 will go down to the finals. Is that it? Okay, I wasn't sure how.
So what should the rookie face? Brian, your pick.
Let's go Rookie versus League of Their Own.
Okay, Bad News Bears and Major League. Okay.
That's an unfair pairing.
Why?
Well,
Because I can't even remember what the Rookie was about, but I know the other three
It was
were.
about a rookie baseball player.
Dennis Quaid.
Was
It's all
Dennis
in the
Qu-
title, but I don't remember.
it was the true story of Jim Morris.
I was thinking of The Natural, but I'm like,
The
wait,
Doors?
that's the different title.
No, not Jim Morrison.
Oh, sorry.
He was the guy who
He was a high school baseball coach who his team said, if we win state, I'll try out for the team, and then he made the team. And
It's Tampa, wasn't it?
It was Tampa, yes.
Oh, okay.
Back when Tampa just took
You know
everybody.
what? I remember
They were
that now.
expansion.
Yeah. Okay.
His young son was played by the half man from 2.5 Men.
Angus?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Crawdaddy? Is that what his dad? Is that his name? Angus Crawford? Crawdaddy? I don't know.
Angus Crawdaddy.
I think we have the name for the show.
Did you just say that?
He said Angus Crawdaddy.
Blake, let's do some listener feedback over there. What you got?
Sure. So anyways, I finished Silo on Apple.
Oh, how was that?
Plus. It was actually pretty good.
Oh.
I liked it. I liked it so much, I actually went and bought the book the series was based upon. So it actually turns out to be a little different than what the actual series was based upon. Almost the series on Apple Plus, a standalone based upon the book, but the book obviously different.
So it's about people going into a silo under the ground when
No.
the world ended.
No.
Oh,
No, it's about a silo holding a missile that they shoot into space.
really?
No.
No. It's about rehab.
Corn.
They go in and they find a silo and they rehab it for HGTV.
Oh,
Yeah. And then they decide to sell it and see what they can, with a budget of $40,000. What can they do?
You gotta.
Did they take a big loss when they sold it?
Well, yeah, because he spent $40,000 on a lot of fucking tiling.
but they never removed the lead, so it's fine. The lead paint's fine.
Yeah. Nor the nuclear bomb,
No,
unfortunately. Yeah.
You just gotta walk around it, kid.
Nor the bodies in the cemetery underneath it.
They never removed the bodies.
Don't dig for a pool.
The buyers. It was a part-time goat yoga instructor and a high school football concession worker.
What was their budget?
$3 million.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't like this house on House Hunters because I have to paint a room. I don't want to paint a room, people.
Well,
Especially
if they paint like you, I understand why.
I don't want to paint, but guess what? That's why I have a wife.
especially 150.
That's why you have a wife?
Well, one of the reasons. She's a hell of a painter.
They couldn't find a ladder for 50 stories tall.
Your wife is a saint, Jason.
Is she?
Yes.
Okay. Is she?
Yeah. But no, it's pretty good.
No, you missed it. That was your chance.
Hugh Howey actually wrote the book. It was actually like a couple chapter short story.
Okay.
And you can actually, when you read it, you can actually get the feel for it actually being a short story. And then it turns into a long form story, which actually is kind of what the Silo
Apple
version is on Apple Plus. So
Okay.
it's pretty cool. There's 2 other books to go. I don't know if I'm going to read the other 2 anytime soon, but the first one, several hundred pages, no pictures. Pretty tough to get through. But it reads pretty fast, actually. It's actually pretty good. So the Silo, the TV series, is only 30 chapters out of 80 plus. In the entire
okay.
book. So it's actually a little different. In some
You didn't read
curveballs.
this, did you? You just had a book on tape, didn't
Now,
you?
the TV show throws in a lot more unreliable narrator stuff.
And you like that.
Which I love it, yeah. But in the book, there's not as much of that. It's like they all already know and all that kind of fun stuff in regards to some characters, and some major plot changes in characters. But it's mostly the same.
All right, Jason brought up a point I want to explore.
Explore.
You didn't read it, you just listened to it? Mm-hmm. What's the difference?
I don't know. I just wanted to yell at him. I haven't seen Blake in a long time. So.
I mean, someone's going to take the time to listen to somebody else read it, especially if they've got a busy day so they can multitask, good for them.
Yeah. I mean, Brian's going to read Mad Libs later.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons, Mad Libs.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Blake, would you like to do?
Follow the House of Usher.
Oh, what?
Coming out by Mike
I'm about to say,
Flanagan.
that's not out yet, is it?
It's coming out.
Okay.
Yeah, the same guy that did the Haunting of House, the Haunting of Hill House, and then of course Midnight Mass.
Yes.
And it looks like he still got his some of his favorite actors that he works with. You know,
So you just brought them along?
So yeah, it's actually I'm pretty excited about that coming out because I like the other two.
Okay.
And it's Poe.
Edgar Allan.
Why didn't Blake talk about this originally when you asked him what's going on? To start the
He just
show?
wanted to be a smart ass.
And then he just looked at you like you were an idiot.
I know. Well, that's pretty common. It's pretty common.
I forgot how it all worked. It's all coming back to me now.
It's all coming back to me now.
It's all coming back to
me now.
Eat your heart out, Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't rent here anymore.
It's good that we don't come close to the pitch or even like the melody, because that way we can't get.
Get sued for stealing.
I'll be honest. Sometimes I don't even get the words right.
Most of the time,
I'm about to say, have you ever gotten 100% of the words right when you sang a song?
It's all coming back to me now. That's all I got.
That's too much.
Blake, you're up. What's the listener feedback? You blew your chance.
I did miss that on sabbatical, by the way.
Are we sponsored by anybody this week?
I was going to ask, is Hello Jeff still sponsoring the listener feedback portion?
What's in Hello Jeff this week? Shingles ointment.
No.
you're not supposed to eat that.
We've discussed that already.
It's a tube of mayonnaise, not ointment.
Tuna,
Okay.
chicken,
Tuna in a can or a packet?
yes.
Okay.
Tuna is the chicken of the
one
sea.
you get.
The can's inside the packet.
And eggs,
Hard boiled?
yes. Oh and mayonnaise. It's a salad trio. You can make your own.
Do you get lettuce?
No, it's tuna salad, chicken salad, and egg salad.
Oh, I get
God,
it
are you
now.
an idiot?
Yes.
Just provide your own lettuce.
What if I wanted
Lettuce not
ham? What
included.
if I wanted ham salad?
You won't get it from Hello Jeff.
Okay,
So it's a
then go to the store, Dick.
It's a do-it-yourself box.
Exactly.
They all are.
Do you like to do it yourself?
Is
Do it, Rockapella.
Is the eggs like
If you
cold?
if you
They are when we
use
ship
it,
them.
will you lose it?
Is it true that if I don't use it, I lose it?
Like the reference to 20-year-old, 40-year-old version movie.
One of those
20-year-old, 40-year-old version.
one of those ages is the correct age of the.
I'm thinking saying the 40-year-old version is a 20-year-old movie.
I don't think that's
is
that's
what I
not
said.
what he was trying to say.
That's what I didn't say.
He said it, but his brain didn't process it like that.
What do you got for listener feedback, Blake?
Some things never change. We start with that one guy.
Ape hands.
7.
Beaver hands.
Can't give yourself a nickname.
Postman.
The big D.
Chili Billy.
Oh,
Doug.
yeah. I don't know if you realized, Blake, when you were gone, Doug got the new nickname of Beaver Hands.
Beaver hands.
There was a kid in our subdivision. I went outside today, and he's like, "Hi, Mr. Brugger." I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like, "Good." He's like, and I had my History of Bad Ideas shirt on, and he's like, "I really like your podcast," and I'm like, "Probably shouldn't be listening to it." And he's like, "No, your oldest son told me I needed to." I really like Beaver Hands. That was the episode he downloaded. I'm not kidding. He's like, Beaver Hands was pretty funny. So I'm waiting to get an email or a text from his mom.
Oh, good.
1-star review on Apple.
This is not appropriate for my 13-year-old son.
He's 12.
You're lucky if he's going to text. You don't get a cease and desist order.
I just stopped like, I'm sorry, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, Beaver Hands. It's pretty funny. And he's like, I haven't downloaded the others yet.
What are you waiting for?
That's how we make our money.
Download them all. That way we get 507 more downloads.
So thanks for that demographic out there.
I guess you got to get them hooked early.
We're not drugs.
I thought we were. I thought that was our intent.
Are there drugs in there?
In this podcast, are there drugs in there?
Where did we go wrong?
Oh, let's see.
Well, it started about 25 years ago.
Anyways, Blake, what do you got for Doug?
All right, so this listener feedback is 508 compliant.
Oh, okay, good.
That's right, 508 compliant. Yeah, deep joke. Next, Hobie Food Challenge. Detroit Lions head coach Dan Campbell orders 2 venti coffees from Starbucks with 2 espresso shots in each. Now, he's obviously very wrong here. Venti doesn't come with 2 espresso shots in each. I think what he meant to say was 2 extra espresso shots in each. But anyways,
he
orders
Venti will
2
come
venti.
with 3. A venti comes with 3. A grande comes with 2.
Yeah, he gets venti, and he gets 2 more in it.
Yeah, but not the way he wrote this.
So he should have had more espresso.
That's
shots
right,
written.
amounting to more than 1,100 milligrams of caffeine. That's the equivalent of drinking 10 Red Bulls. I'm sure he scientifically calculated this out. Every morning. Who on Hobie should do this at the expo?
Can I just drink like a 48-hour energy or something? And
No, it's not the same. You need 10 of them.
You need 480 hours of energy.
Yeah.
I think it has to be somebody whose heart's not going to give out on them. So
I'm out.
most of us are out.
Doug?
It's a big. I drink Kimbo Napolitano every day. And I
Watch
have
your
about
language.
3 shots
So Blake,
in the morning.
There are kids listening to this, Blake.
With velocity, exactly.
How drunk
tell
are
you
you?
what, man? Kimbo Napolitano is some good shit. All right. If you don't get the Kimbo Napolitano,
Stop saying
You gotta
Kimbo
get the Illy.
Napolitano.
you gotta get the Illy.
means what you think it means.
You gotta get the Illy.
Inconceivable.
Hey, want a peanut? What the fuck is going on?
That's right.
We went from the expo to Italy really quickly.
All I gotta say, Dan Campbell's a pussy.
I don't know about that.
so the
I
answer
want
You
you
can
to
kick my ass, but when it
I
comes
want you to say that
espresso,
to
I can
his
take
face.
him on. I can do it.
Okay, guest on the show, Dan Campbell.
considering I drink 0 cups of coffee in
So, Blake,
The last-
you are going to drink
30 years.
his order at the expo.
Sure.
You heard it there, Doug.
It's gonna go down. It's gonna go down like water.
Wow, he drinks more coffee in one day than I've drank in my life.
He's more of a man, though, than you.
Probably.
Well, you have one, and they drank it.
He's more of a man than most people.
I don't know what makes someone more of a man because
Muscles.
I guess he's got more.
His penis is this big.
More of a man. That must be it. Well, then, God, almost everybody's more of a man than me.
Yeah, but he doesn't have shingles like me. Fuck him.
The shingles cream's pretty good.
Eat that, Dan Campbell.
I put it on I licked the cream off the Oreo and put shingles.
Yeah, Oreo better not come out with shingles cream flavor. No, I draw a line.
All right.
Well, you do realize the main ingredient in like the shingles cream or whatever is also the same thing in hemorrhoid ointment too.
Okay.
Is that in Oreos?
I don't know.
I totally thought he was going to say something that was the same cream in Oreos. That was
Just the mint ones.
the peach blossom, whatever, the rice blossom.
Oh.
You missed rice blossom Oreos too, Blake.
I thought he was here for those.
Sure
No,
I did.
he was here for
Oh,
those.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in.
That's right.
That was, yeah.
right.
Okay, go ahead, Blake. Keep going.
That was
So-
his break from sabbatical when
so-
he came back.
So, anyways, just so everybody's clear, too, Starbucks espresso sucks. Just wanted to let you know.
I'm not a big Starbucks fan to begin with.
Yeah.
I had a Starbucks this afternoon.
And?
Actually wasn't terrible for my 5th coffee of the day.
Put it up on the board. At the
See, if it was good, you
Wow,
wouldn't need
Brian's
your
had
fifth.
more coffee today than I've had in my life.
Okay, we get it.
Exactly. If it was good coffee, you wouldn't need 5.
I mean, I'm here, right?
You should get that Kumbe Matumbo drink.
Or go for the illy. Go for the illy. There you go. Extra dark.
Can you say that again? I didn't think so.
That Kumbe Matumbo drink.
The Kimbo sliced Napolitano.
Hey, that guy's dead.
the
Cross
Kuna
him off
Matata.
then. Cross him off.
Don't we have that show coming on?
I think we do.
Can't even write.
No, you don't have to write. I think we already have crossed them off.
I think we did. We did. What else got, Blake?
Cross him off the list then.
All right, next we got Blake Bot at BlakeBot 19. Pittsburgh Steelers safety. Jason, I can't pronounce his name. What is it?
Kumbe Matumbo.
Minka Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, that guy.
Thanks.
I'm not even looking at
Not Jason.
Minka Fitzpatrick.
There. Put up. What are these?
I can never say this. Stanchions.
You asked for these for us
Stanchions.
at the expo.
I know, and I still couldn't say it right to Andrew when I asked him for them.
Around-
Stanchions.
And how many of them do we find?
A lot. Yeah. What is it? Stations.
Stanchions.
Stanchions.
Yes.
Shin.
Yes. Anyways, he put up stanchions
Around the Steelers logo.
logo.
So people don't walk on it. So why put the logo on the floor then?
I agree.
I don't have a answer for that. I mean, if you don't want people to walk on it, you don't put it on the floor.
Yeah.
Maybe they should respect the locker room a little bit more and keep it clean.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, other than putting Steelers shit on the floor.
Yeah, it's good. Let's wipe that shit up.
Wipe that shit up.
Seems weird that they would put toilet paper on their floor.
Those are Pittsburgh listeners.
Did we have any?
Yeah, we have some.
All right, we just lost.
I think Stork might listen.
we just lost Sean Kuhn.
Ian.
They hate
Ian
listen.
did not listen.
They hate listen.
Yeah.
Wait, how'd you guys do in fantasy this week?
I don't know. I didn't look.
I lost because the Jets couldn't score me enough points.
I had Joe Burrow starting that Pittsburgh Nerd League.
Yeah, you won.
Oh.
Did he really? Wow.
Yeah, he beat Brian.
Oh.
Yeah, he beat me.
Oh, okay.
I put up the highest total number of
How many?
points in the league. 130 something.
Oh. Keep going, Blake. What else we got here?
Corrections from number one fan Doug.
Oh.
Jason. Disney cannot have the worst amusement park ride as Disney is a theme park.
My bad. My bad.
Those are in capitals. Sorry
My bad.
if I blew people's ears out.
Sorry. My bad.
Also, Jeff's segment. You got a name for your segment, Jeff?
He did the old school one.
Yep.
We talked about this last week.
Talked about it last week.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought segment was. I thought there was a sexual reference. All right, was called Jeffication. Actually, that's pretty good. Step into my Jeffication, baby.
What?
I got some Jeffication here for you.
Did you look at the front of his car?
No,
Okay.
I only saw everybody's rear end as I pulled in.
What are we doing here? Read the fucking question. Correction.
What grinds my gears?
Yeah, Jeff's segment was called Jeffication, not what grinds my gears last week. That was a Peter Griffin one. I apologize for that. So, apologize. Keep going, Blake.
What do you call your segment, Jason?
I don't know.
Charcuterie board.
I can't.
From Tequila Mum at Pink Elephant. I have a hunch they're from
Mickey.
New Zealand.
Yes.
I agree with Jeff. I watched the Flash movie, and the hospital scene was just absolute BS and
Damn
ridiculous. It's such a bad tone for the rest of the film.
I mean, like the opening scene?
Yeah.
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 Did you see the directors of Batgirl movie that got shelved because of a tax write off? Said it makes them sad when they saw the Flash movie and their film didn't make it. They're like
God,
they
was
released
our
the
film
Flash,
that bad?
but you released the Flash, but not this.
And they had such high hopes for this.
Yeah, it did not do well.
I know it didn't, but they could have taken right after that and canceled what's his name?
Batgirl. Canceled Flash and made Batgirl.
What's his
Ezra
name?
Miller?
I'm not to mention his name.
Oh, okay.
Well, because I'm going to mention maybe later on in the top five.
Oh, okay.
Oh, who you want to have on?
What else we got? Wrap this up.
Are you talking about the bad animation? Or the bad
that's
special
part
effects?
of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
there. I mean,
not
well,
that good.
The special effects and animation on it were terrible. The actual idea behind it was terrible.
Yeah.
What they thought was funny on throwing a baby in the microwave to save it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's actually a true story that Ezra Miller did.
Allegedly.
Why do you think he went?
Well, he was worried the baby was premature, so he wanted to.
Okay, down the hall.
What?
Wait, what do you got going on next
Put me in
Tuesday?
a pizza oven.
Exactly. I actually enjoyed the movie, believe it or not. I really did enjoy the Michael Keaton part. Where I did enjoy Michael Keaton's part.
You enjoyed the member berries.
Yeah.
I mean, the Michael Keaton part wasn't good. You just enjoyed the fact that Michael Keaton was back playing Batman.
No, I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was terrible.
I stopped watching after the hospital scene.
Yeah, let's see. You could. And you're allowed to.
What else you got, Blake?
Professor Number One and Doctor Number One. Joe Biden's latest press conference was ended and stopped short by a staffer while Biden was rambling. Can Hobie do this with Blake?
We already missed out on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn it.
We missed our chance.
We do it with Jason. We just turn off his microphone.
Yeah.
Hey,
We've already done it once.
I know.
I can't do it again.
I know.
So what you're saying is I just need to slowly or quickly drop Blake's mic?
Yes.
Okay.
He doesn't have headphones on, so it's okay.
Just play sound effects.
Never gets old.
I apologize to everybody for that.
Jeff, give me some news of the geek music, because I think you have a thing for that, don't you? Don't hit the board, though.
What? It's here somewhere.
Oh, my God. 507 episodes in.
What's your point?
Nothing.
I'm telling you, we are right there.
Well-oiled machine.
We are just right on the cusp of perfection.
It's time for another installment of the news of the geek.
Well, Blake, you want me mispronouncing stuff? Get ready. Per BBC.com, Big Block Cox, where Jeff gets all his news from.
What did you just say?
No. I think he said big block clocks.
Clocks. Yeah, that's what
Big
I heard.
block clocks.
A turkey.
Coming to CBS.
I mean, it's not the insult or whatever I think he was trying to make.
No.
But
A Turkish cryptocurrency boss and his two siblings have been jailed for 11,196 years.
good Turkish names.
And I get suspended.
Each for defrauding investors of millions of dollars. Farouk Fatah Ozar, 29, fled to Albania in 2021 with investor assets after his Thodix exchange suddenly collapsed.
That's an E, not an I.
That's what I said. He was extradited back to Turkey in June and found guilty of money laundering, fraud, and organized crime. Ozur, there is only one, told the court he would, quote, not have acted so amateurishly if his intent was criminal, state media reported. Quote, I am smart enough to lead any institution on earth. Oh, that's nice. The Andola agency quoted him as saying, quote, that is evident in this company I established at the age of 22. The brief trial in Istanbul also found
Not Constantinople.
Thank you. Also found his
Byzantium.
also found his sister Serap and brother Guven guilty of the same charges. Turkish news agencies said the defendants were sentenced separately for multiple crimes against 2,027 victims, leading to the total number of years in the judgment. Turkey is also known for high-end, high prison sentences because they got rid of the death penalty. Adnan Oktar, a TV cult preacher, was jailed for 8,658 years in 2020 for fraud and sex crimes.
Well, he missed the year even.
10 of his followers received the same sentence. Prosecutors have asked for Ozar to be sentenced to 40,562 years in prison.
Man, this guy sounds like the Turkish Kenneth Copeland.
Turks began using cryptocurrencies as a defense against a deep slide in the value of the lira that began more than 2 years ago. Thodex was founded in 2017, became one of the country's largest exchanges for virtual currencies. What could go wrong? Ozar...
Hey, it's 9:29.
Ozar gained national fame as a financial whiz and ingratiated. Thank you. His way into the establishment by befriending prominent pro-government figures. That never happens in the U.S. However, the platform suddenly imploded in April 2021. Investor assets disappeared and Ozar went into hiding. Let's see here. He was arrested, as we said, in Albania on an international warrant from Interpol, extradited after a lengthy legal process. Turkish media previously reported that Ozar had fled with assets worth $2 billion. The prosecutor's indictment, however, estimates total losses to Thodix investors at 356 million liras. I don't know what that is compared to American dollars. Help me out here.
A lot.
Keep reading.
That amount was about 43 million at the time of the exchange's implosion. The same amount is now worth about 13 million because of rampant inflation and lira's collapse on the international markets.
You know, my favorite part of this story
What's that?
is that he goes on to say he's like smart enough to lead any institution on earth.
Yeah.
But he's not smart enough to find a no extradition country to flee to.
To be fair, I got nothing.
He's not that bright.
No.
I would respect Turkey's, long sentences for imprisonment if they kept his remains in a prison cell.
For 11,000 years?
For 11,000 years.
And then
say, who's your cellmate? Well, that was Adnan.
304 years ago, he died.
304 years, and his bones are still in prison. I respect
I like that.
I would respect that.
They just hang him on the wall, like the old dungeons.
Oh, yeah, the old dungeons. But you got to sinew all the bones together so they don't fall apart. Yeah,
I like this idea.
And then in 11,000 years, they can release the corpse.
Change approved.
yes.
Change approved, Turkey. We just fixed your justice system.
They have to release his remains to his relatives at that point in time,
11,000
and his relatives would be responsible for the burial.
burial
Yeah,
costs.
for the burial charges and etc.
They get a doorbell ring. Hi, this is your remains
Drop
of your
a bag of
ancestors.
ashes off at their door. Here you go. Here's Adnan.
He's
Sentence served in full.
Right.
who?
Your great grandfather.
Twice
Probably not even
removed.
father, probably grand uncle, because he probably doesn't have children.
Per ABCnews.com, where Blake gets all of his news from,
This is a fantastic story.
approximately 11,000 runners at this year's Mexico City Marathon have been disqualified after being found to have cut the course at some point during the 26.2-mile race, according to Spanish newspaper Marca. The disqualified runners represent more than one-third of the 30,000-person field that entered the August 27th race. Marco reported Monday that the runners were disqualified after missing checkpoints that were placed every 5 kilometers. I don't know what that is. Some runners allegedly used vehicles or public transport to cut the course. Is this like the fun run in Office? Stanley.
Here, when I first saw the headline, I thought some jackass took a wrong turn, and everybody followed him.
Yeah, I was thinking it was a mistake thing, and 11,000 people just cut a
Cars and
block.
mopeds.
No, a third of them intentionally cheated.
In completely unrelated news, public transportation that day skyrocketed.
Man, Ubers were off the hook.
The surge alone for this race.
I'll let you know, running cross country in high school and college, there were times that we'd look at the course and say, man, what if we just cut around that corner instead of running all the way out there? I remember one meet, there was a long string of trees, and you ran out to the end of it, came back and ran along, and then came about halfway and turned. Yeah. So when I looked at it, in the second year we ran this course, I ran out to where the turn originally was and just cut off the entire run back. Passed about 3 people. Everybody followed me.
So 3 people ran the actual course?
About 10 people did. But we passed 3 people and cutting it.
I'm so disappointed.
Because you
in
look
you.
up there and you see where they're supposed to, and you see everybody's cutting it a little bit shorter and a little bit shorter, and I'm like, boop.
Race organizers said they were suspicious of the cheating when somebody finished the race on a moped in 28 minutes. Oh, sorry.
I don't see that anywhere in this article.
I think someone inserted a sentence into that.
And that's fucking flying on a moped. I covered
And you wonder why people don't trust the news.
To be fair, it was a Vespa.
I was going 65 on this moped.
Was it a Lime scooter?
Yes.
Because you got to rent them by the minute, right? So you just try to get through that as possible.
Race organizers said this.
Lime stock quarterly earnings skyrocketed.
Race organizers said in a statement to Marca that they would continue to identify and disqualify runners who skip sections of the race. At this point, who cares? Quote, the Mexico City Sports Institute informs that it will proceed to identify these cases in which participants of the XL Mexico City Marathon Telcel 2023, my God, for the cure, have demonstrated an unsportsmanlike attitude during the event and will invalidate their registration times. Not their registration times!
Their race time.
That's not what it says.
It says invalidate their registration times.
Registered race time?
It says registration times.
Probably registered race time.
Last week, the Mexico City Sports Institute admitted in a statement that some runners demonstrated an unsportsmanlike attitude.
Oh, we were reading ahead, Jim.
Them.
Yeah.
This great event not only represents an outstanding celebration for all people in Mexico City, but also it is also an occasion to reaffirm the transcendental values of sport.
And public transportation.
As advocates of the integrity in any competition, we fervently support these values that reinforce the essence of sports competition and its positive impact on society.
You know, maybe they need to change the marathon rules to accommodate more of this stuff, so next year it'd be more exciting.
Well, just
Seriously. Yeah.
Maybe next year they let them have, I don't know, like bats.
like the animal?
No, like something to hit people with. Batons or blackjacks, you know. Just not hit your opponents in the
It's
legs.
not Road Rash, the video game.
I was thinking it was Olympic figure skating. I'm sorry.
Oh. That's not it. I was trying to do the dump.
Well, we're not on that page.
Thank you. The Mexico City Marathon has had issues with rampant cheating in the past. In 2017, nearly 6,000 runners were disqualified for similar reasons, with more than 3,000 also being removed from the results the next year. Bolivian runner Hector Garabay Flores won the men's marathon on a course record 2 hours and 8 minutes and 23 seconds, breaking the previous mark by more than 2 hours. By 2 minutes.
Who won the women's?
Kenyan Celestian Chapachaw was the women's champion at 2 minutes and 27 seconds and 17.
Chep Choo Choo?
Yep, 2:27:17.
Celestian?
Yes.
So what I think is also shocking is that this seems to be a common event at the Mexico City Marathon.
Yeah, at this point, it's not racing.
Who can cut off the most?
6,000 disqualifiers. And then before that, 3,000. I mean, why don't they just change the rules and make this what it is?
I don't think it's organized.
No.
I just like that they had mopeds.
You know what you don't when you don't hear these kinds of things?
What's that?
In the small, medium, or large Mexico City Marathon Telcel,
Just the extra
just
large.
the XL.
XL.
You don't have
true.
those problems in any of the other
That's true.
sizes of these races.
Yeah, what's the height and weight of the guy that finished this in 2 hours? It's pretty impressive.
12 pounds.
You know what? Mexico City should use this report to help boost their tourism by proving how good their public transportation is.
Very efficient.
I mean, like where we live, our public transportation is basically crap. So, I mean, we go to Mexico City and we can get to anywhere quickly.
Downtown tram doesn't even cover a tenth of the Flying Pig Marathon.
I ran the Flying Pig Marathon, ended at the library. What? How'd that happen?
Yeah, you could run the Flying Pig Marathon faster than the tram will get you from its loop.
Jeff, you got some box office news?
Well, I was going to make a comment that apparently the people who run this marathon also ran a road race earlier in northern Kentucky that Dr. Dana won.
Allegedly.
I'm sorry, what?
Those results are now under investigation. That race is officially under protest.
We'll talk to her about that at the expo.
We'll convene a panel next weekend.
Jeff, give me some box office bombs.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right. There were no bombs this week. Yay! Since last week was a wild card, we didn't talk about all the great films that opened this week, but they all did pretty well at the box office.
Okay.
Coming in at number 1, The Nun 2 made $32.6 million in its opening weekend of a $38.5 million budget.
I'm sorry that right above it says none, and then it says The Nun 2. Sorry.
There's a colon after the Nun 2. Nonsense.
No. Nonsense is something completely different.
Sorry, my bad. What else?
Number 2, The Equalizer 3 made $12.6 million, a total of $62 million on a budget of $70 million. Coming in at number 3, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 made $10 million in its opening weekend on an unknown budget. I'm just waiting to see if anybody wanted to talk about these movies.
I don't know. Jason just flipped somebody off when you were reading that, and I don't know who it was directed at.
Was?
You flipped somebody off.
How do I flipped off? But okay.
You did.
Juan, coming in at number 4, made $6.2 million, a total of $7.6 million in its opening weekend on a $40 million budget, and retaining its spot in the top 5. Barbie made $5.9 million, a total of $620.5 million on a $128 million budget.
Might be a success.
Might be.
What you got coming up, Jeff?
We have A Haunting in Venice.
In post-World War II Venice, Perrault, now retired and living in his own exile, reluctantly attends a seance. But when one of the guests is murdered, it is up to the former detective to once again uncover the killer.
Ooh.
This is
Kenneth Branagh.
He got his... It seemed like the second one just came out.
Like 4 years ago.
Really? Murder on...
Maybe 3.
3.
Death on the Nile? Really?
Yeah, that was a COVID movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, that
came out during COVID.
I think I have to still see that one.
Online.
Kenneth Branagh, Michelle Yeoh, Jamie Dornan, Tina Fey, Dylan Corbett Bader, Amir El Masri.
Okay. That's it? That's all that's coming out?
That's all that's coming out.
That's all that's listed here.
Okay. What do you got for top 5? We got some top 5 music this week. Don't forget. Same as last week.
Oh, the top 5 music. Well, we got to go to the right. Sorry. It was down a little. Sorry.
that was the remix version.
Thanks, Jay. You just ruined top 5 music. Get away from my board.
Top 5 this week. Jeff, what is it?
According to the list, top 5 favorite guests you would want on Hobie.
Okay.
Jason, why don't you start us off?
Well, fuck off. Number 5, I'm going with Dan Campbell, Detroit Lions head coach, just because I want to see Blake call out his manhood. Let's do it, Dan.
With a Kumbo Matumbo.
Right.
Kimbo Matumbo.
You got a venti, I got a Kumbo Matumbo.
Right. You know, venti is just Spanish for 20.
Sure. Jim, what's the number 5?
My number 5, I'm going to go with Jason's favorite person to say he's going to come to the Comic Expo. I think we're going to bring him to the podcast first with his ex-wife.
Okay.
We're going to go Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, let's do it.
I hope it.
We can talk about the morning show. Probably not. We can talk their love life. That'd be great. Great. Love Brad Pitt. Love Jennifer Aniston. What more could I want?
We're going to talk about how I can get in there with them.
Yes. Yes.
I want to be on you.
Number 5 for you, Brian.
Number 5 for me would be, he always stares at me every week, Ross Marquand.
That's my number 4. Love Ross Marquand.
Put it on the board.
Put it on the board.
Every week, he stares directly into my soul.
Jason doesn't even have a list.
Yeah,
He's waiting for us to say stuff he likes, and then he goes,
I got a list.
That was my number.
Now I don't have to come up with anything.
Actually, I gotta get a number 3.
He pulled a scab, Jeff.
Maybe. Blake, number 5.
Yeah, I've talked about it before. I'd love to get John Cusack on just to talk about shit.
Okay.
Just because I'm a big fan of all those old movies.
Gross Point Blank.
All of them.
Number 5 for you.
Number 5 for me. I'm not a big fan of just getting celebrities on to interview. I want people to just sit around and talk and bullshit like we do. But one celebrity who I think would be fun to sit around and bullshit with, Chris Jericho.
That's a good one. He would be
Best wrestler in the history of wrestling.
Unfortunately, couldn't get Ralphus anymore.
Did you guys talk about... I saw a headline. UFC and WWE are combining?
Yes. They signed today. They're under a new company called TKO. They own both companies now. Vince McMahon has to report to somebody for the first time ever.
That's going to go well.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine.
They're going to make him shave that mustache, aren't
Oh,
they?
no, don't. That mustache is golden. The best is that he couldn't allegedly comply with a federal investigation because he had spinal surgery. And 5 weeks later, he's ringing the bell at the stock market today, and pointing and laughing and standing on his own. So he's fine now. He's fine. But yeah, they sold today.
Well, it depends on what spinal surgery he had.
I don't know what kind. I didn't talk to him yet.
Yeah. He had some of Jeff's butt cream.
Maybe
on his spine.
Maybe. But yeah, they got sold today, and supposedly Triple H is still in charge, but Vince McMahon has now gone back into power, and people were saying, well, that's pretty impressive that he sold his own company just so he could get back into power. It literally was Brian Cox in Succession. So,
spoilers.
Sorry.
Now I can't watch Succession.
Sorry, my bad. It's really good. You should. Number 4?
Number 4 for me, I want the original Jake from State Farm.
Any reason?
Oh, I mean, this new guy is an actor playing Jake from State Farm. I want the guy who actually was a guy named Jake who worked for State Farm, who was amusing in a commercial, and now somebody else is running around with his identity. I just think he would be a fun...
Didn't we talk about why he left State Farm? He was actually a part-time guy, and he quit State Farm and went to work somewhere else. That's why they had to replace him. But they liked the Jake from State Farm thing, so they picked an actor to play.
So they got an actor instead of finding a new person named Jake that worked in their company.
Jake from Nationwide.
Well, he was the only person in the entire company named Jake.
Makes sense.
He's the only one that wore khakis to work.
Number 4 for you, Blake.
But wait a minute.
What?
The original Jake was in the commercial handing it off to the new Jake. The first
because
one.
he was actually leaving the company.
Oh, so he was still with the company at the time?
He may have already left the company at that time. Because I thought we either talked about it or I read the story.
If we talked
what
about it,
happened
I
to the
was
original
ignoring
Jake
it.
at State
But
Farm.
Well, Blake talked about it, and Jeff, you just zoomed out.
It's very good.
Or I imagined talking
possibility.
about it on the podcast and it never happened.
What you got, Blake? Number 4.
Number 4, I got to complete my stalker list here. I'll stalk John Cusack for the podcast. Now I got to go back and stalk Ben Riggs in Milwaukee.
That's true. You've interviewed him.
I've interviewed him. I've talked to him. I've read his book, Slaying the Dragon.
Yep.
The history of TSR and what happened. Pretty cool shit, man.
Number 4 for you, Brian?
Number 4 for me, I'm going to go Jeff Daniels.
Ooh.
I think he would be an interesting conversationalist.
You just want to talk about the newsroom.
I did just finish that, by the way.
Great show.
Yeah, fantastic. But
And Dumb and Dumber.
Ooh.
yeah,
2.
no, just 1.
Number 4 for you?
My number 4, again, I hobied this one too. Mm-hmm. I'm going to talk. I want Joe Manganiello and Sofia Vergara, so we can work out their issues, and I can get in there with them.
You know what? If you gave me that information ahead of time, I could have rushed Joe Manganiello at the Dragonlance Appreciation Seminar.
You hadn't drank enough
Hobie.
Kumbo Matumbo for that.
That's true.
He's a much larger individual
If I had
than
known,
Dan Campbell.
I would have interrupted Tracy Hickman and just ran up and grabbed him.
I love that song that
Hobie.
she sings, Fast Cars.
Yeah.
One of my favorite. Number 4 for me is Ross McQuan.
I mean, Margaret Weiss, I could push her out of the way. She's old and frail, lady. Joe, at least if he's behind the table, I have a chance to jump on the table and take him on.
Anyways, number 4 for me is Ross McQuan. Number 3 for me is The Rock. I can talk wrestling. I can talk movies. He just seems like a fun guy to hang out with.
You can talk about Chris Jericho is a better wrestler than he was.
Probably. He is. But The Rock drew more. Number 3 for you.
But he wasn't better.
I hope he this. I want to bring on Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis.
No.
Yes, Mila. Yeah,
No.
Mila,
And there is one subject
They
that we
don't
will
bathe.
not talk about.
They don't bathe.
They bathe.
Once a week.
They're saving again.
I've taken 3 showers today alone.
They're in California.
they're water conservationists.
Yeah.
They're
And do you think
environmentalists,
that's normal?
Jason.
Yes.
No, it's not.
They're living the European lifestyle. You don't have to bathe as long as you got a bidet.
Number 3 for you. Wow. Number 3, Brian. What do you got?
Do I have to explain it to him, do you think? Or is he gonna go
I know what a bidet is.
Why did you just mimic
Yeah, why'd you
fisting
do it?
someone?
I know what a bidet is.
No, I thought he was doing the Italians. You gotta know what the bidet is.
Bidet!
Bidet!
Bidet.
That was funny.
Number 3 for you, Brian.
Number 3 for me, I'm going to say Timothy Oliphant.
Oh, that's a good one.
Thought he'd be your number 1.
No.
Okay. Number 3 for you, Brian or Blake.
I think I know what your number 1 should be.
Okay.
You want to talk to him about his role on The Mandalorian?
What?
Timothy Oliphant.
He played like a marshal.
He played Star Wars.
What is that? There was a war in the stars?
Yes.
And Timothy Oliphant played like a local marshal.
Oh. Was he wearing like a cowboy hat? Or was it like
a cowboy hat.
It's like an astronaut helmet with
Well, they had breathable air on that planet.
Oh.
Yeah, he wasn't actually in space. He was on a planet somewhere else in space.
I'm lost.
What's your number 3, Blake?
That's a completely different show.
Completely.
You know, I'm going to have to complete my stalker list here. Number 3. I think Ed Greenwood and we had a connection.
Oh.
And I think I need to hunt him down.
Brian.
Yeah.
God bless the USA.
Nope.
Yeah, Lee Greenwood. Put it on the board.
I mean, I got his business card and everything.
Just says America. Number 3 for you, Brian. Jeff.
And you wonder why Blake doesn't show up for months at a time, Jason.
I don't wonder.
Number 3 for me, Jesus. I have a lot of questions for him.
John Turturro? Yeah, me too.
No, not John Turturro. Not the character he played.
Not the Jesus.
Nobody fucks with that guy.
Not the Jesus.
I don't want to fuck with the Jesus. No. I want to talk to Jesus Christ. I've got a lot of questions.
First off, is Jesus Christ Superstar really that good? Do you feel like it follows your story?
Yes, it is.
Why is your middle initial H?
That would be one. I mean, the first question would be, how dare you?
Second question is, do you get intimidated by everybody wearing the murder weapon of you? The crucifix? The cross?
He was not murdered.
Sorry.
Because murder is illegal.
That's right. He was sentenced to 11,200.
It was the legal killing of someone is not murder.
Sorry, my bad. Number 2 for you.
How come we don't see any woodwork from him? You know, that's what I was saying. Even if he's missing 40 years here, he's got a lot of woodwork.
He did make the high table.
He made the high table. We saw that in
Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Christ.
Okay.
He because you always see him sitting at low tables.
Yeah.
Passion of the Christ. He made a high table. He was the inventor of that.
He didn't make chairs, though.
No, they had to stand at it.
Was the dove joint invented at that time?
I don't. Maybe he invented that too.
He made the miter
Change
saw.
approved.
He made the miter saw too.
My number 2, I'm hobbying this shit. I want to have a round table of all the former Canadian of the Year.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Except for maybe Stork, because it was stripped from him.
That's true.
And Scab Jeff there.
He could be there too.
Moderator.
He's the moderator.
Yeah.
Number 2 for you, Blake?
Oh yeah, number 2. I had a Hobie it, so I went
Okay.
with 2 people. Now moving back into our realm here of podcasting. I want Mikael Liel and Big Dev.
Oh. The side guy.
That's right.
That'd be a good one, yeah. Let's get that done.
Somebody-
That one's very doable.
Reach out to them. Number 2.
Number 2 for me, Genie
Oh, of Hobie?
of Hobie.
Love Genie of Hobie. Number
With a cheesecake?
Preferably, but
I mean, we'll take the extras, but they're not needed.
number 2 for you, Jim?
I hope he does. I'm going to go Kyle Chandler and Connie Britton. I will talk about what their relationship should be, that they should get together, and if I can join.
I would ask them why their daughter is a slut.
Julie Taylor is a slut.
He should have never moved to Philadelphia.
Number 2 for me.
I think there's a theme to Jim's top 5.
I don't think so.
Oh, I haven't been paying close enough attention to pick it out.
Number 2 for me, Nathan Fillion from Firefly, The Rookie, Serenity, Castle. Just keep going on and on. Talk to him about
Can't talk to him about a lot. You're
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh yeah, I saw that by the way.
Number 3, really enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
I enjoyed it. It was goofy, but yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it was a James Gunn. That's my
Doctor, what's his name? Sing along blog.
Yeah. Number 1 for
Dr.
me.
Horrible.
Horrible.
Number 1 for me is he sings and dances. Want to have a beer with him? Who is it, Jeff?
Hugh Jackman.
That's right, baby. I could just spend 2 hours talking about The Greatest Showman. One of my
Man, he was an absolutely horrible coach of the Browns.
He was. But
I had Hugh Jackman written on my list as an honorable mention, just to, if you did not use him,
I used
was
him.
going to remind
and
you.
he has abs.
Since
And you picked
since he
the
makes
worst
fun of
thing
everybody
he's
else's
done
people.
as
Right.
what you can talk
I love
about
those songs.
for 2 hours.
Love those songs.
Oh, it's a terrible show.
Terrible.
It's quite impressive that he went 0-16 in a football season. Quite impressive.
Who, Jackman?
Yes.
Yes.
And to think he was a former Wolverine.
I think that might be someone else. Number 1 for you.
Number 1, I didn't Hobie this.
Okay.
What?
I want the Hollywood hunk on.
Ryan Nemeth?
Nemeth. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Wrestler
He's back on
extraordinaire.
Twitter now. Or X. So
He's on X now? Okay.
Wrestler extraordinaire.
he has...
We're allowed to still call it Twitter.
I don't know, Jeff.
You know, every time I open it, I feel like I'm opening porn.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's not the tree app, is it?
No.
Number 1.
And Jim Justice is using the tree app. That's why they can't find what he's
What is he
hiding.
hiding?
It's in the tree app. You can't find it.
Number 1 for you.
Number 1 for me should be no surprise to anyone in this room. Richard Dreyfuss.
That is not what I was expecting.
Are we going to talk some civility?
I understand it, but
We're going to do this here.
I guess we're doing this.
No, he wants to talk about his gun collection.
Ooh.
I want to see him like slump down in the chair, get real comfortable with us, like he did on Bill Maher's show.
Yep.
I just really feel like we could
Get to it.
get to the root of the problems in the world right now.
That episode will be on our Patreon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 1, Blake.
Number 1 is our silent and a benefactor of this podcast for many years.
Yes.
Provided us many things that we have used. Mm-hmm. And we've never had him on one fucking episode.
What's that?
El Heno.
Oh, El Heno.
El Heno.
he is the former Canadian of the Year, so he
Correct.
would be on my round table.
Yes.
I thought he
yes.
was going to say Andrew.
You mean Andy?
You should probably take that.
You mean Andy?
Let's go live. Let's get Andrew on the phone.
Oh, and
Number 1 for you, Jeff.
I was just going to say I had an honorable mention where I did want to have a Dr. Bednar El Heno song off.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be great. Like dueling guitars.
Could you get fucking
Could do
Dr.
it.
Bednar in here?
He's working a lot. I mean, yeah, seriously. But maybe maybe I'll talk to him.
Just kidnap him.
All right.
Number one?
Number one, I have Jason's wife.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, he doesn't invite her into the basement.
I have asked her many times to show up, and she said no.
I think she would be a great guest to have.
I'm not sure about that.
There was talk of trying to do an April Fool's episode instead of us being on. It was going to be your wife and our sister and
Yes.
the other girls, and you said no.
Correct.
Why?
I don't know. Let's see here. We did have...
I had one honorable mention.
Go ahead.
Okay. Give me your honorable mention.
Dr. Dana.
Okay. She's been on, hasn't she?
She has not.
She was scheduled to be on, but something happened.
You going to be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo that Thursday?
She is not. She
Friday?
has to work Thursday.
But Friday?
She'll be there Friday.
We might be able to do one.
It's not that she won't be there. It's that she doesn't want to be on.
Oh, okay.
She just doesn't want to do it. But I would really like it if she did.
That's right. Didn't she lose a bet to you, Jim? She was supposed to be on.
No, yeah, because she didn't show up and run the.
Yeah.
We did have...
I would pick a random female fan and have her pretend to be Dr. Dana and run with that.
Because your wife was on.
Yeah.
She was on. Just to let you guys know. She was on... I don't know, some episode.
Old ones.
Oh, she was on the ones that Randall Holt didn't like.
Wow.
Well, those were the ones that we talked about Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Yes.
Episode 46. Episode 46. Let's see here.
So I thought you were going to say Kevin James.
Yes.
And I was surprised you didn't. Stunned, to be honest.
So here we go.
He didn't even say Sly Stallone either.
I understand, but Kevin James, I mean, he would make Jason sit in the same room with him. That alone would be enough.
We had some listener feedback. Doctor Number One had, all you have to do is invite me.
Yep, nope, that's nobody's...
Dev.
Oh, you barely missed my list.
Dev the Side Guy had, here's my guess for Brigger's top 5 guests.
There you go.
Donald Trump, Ben Shapiro, Joe Rogan, Andrew Breitbart, Alex Jones.
Who does he think you are?
I don't know. I hate everyone. Doug, number one fan. He had Jody Benson.
Beaver hands.
No, Jody Benson isn't. Doug is. Blake, whatever happened to him? The better Jay Brigger, Jason's wife. Kevin James and Katie Cassidy, Hobie it. And Randall Holt. Let's see here. Stork said, don't forget about me, which Randall replied, they couldn't see you because you didn't turn on your camera. Randall Holt also had number 5, Amy. Remember her? Michael Caine. Ryan Reynolds. Number 2, Remy LaCroix. And Dr. Number 1.
Damn it, Randall.
Dr. Number 1 also had other ones. No, I'm not doing that. No. Blakebot had Kevin Stefanski. Deshaun Watson. Nick Chubb. Remy LaCroix. And Myles Garrett.
Yeah, that sounds like a fantasy come true.
So there you go.
I did have an honorable mention. I have Michael Silversher and Patricia Silversher.
Get to the root of it.
Yeah, they're the couple that wrote the theme song to the Gummy Bears. I want them to kill you.
Gummy bears. I did get something on Instagram, a private message from the Pop Culture Cafe, and it was the history of the Gummy Bear songs.
And you didn't put that in the outline?
I'll get it. I'll get to it.
I had an honorable mention.
Go ahead.
I thought, Kevin Smith would be, because, He was the one that made podcasting cool. Without him, we wouldn't even started this podcast.
Yep, all the comic book guys.
Yeah, but then I thought, but Kevin Smith is very long-winded and goes on and on and on, and we already have Blake.
So Jason Mewes? You want Jason on?
Smoochy Boochies.
I mean, he would just say Smoochy Boochies a couple times. And
So we're going to end with Bad Idea of the Week.
Are we going to read our Mad
We are.
Lib?
We're going to get to that. First off, titles for the show. What do we got for titles?
No, that's the addendum.
Oh, my bad.
We gotta do.
we do the...
Bad Idea of the Week.
No, we can. How about we read this fucking Mad Lib?
we read the
read
Mad
it.
Libs,
Yeah.
then we do the close.
Sorry, go ahead.
There could be a bad idea in this Mad Lib.
Okay, go ahead. What is the Mad Lib that we wrote for D&D?
This is a monster manual : dragons.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
All right.
We used colors. That might work.
Oh, wow. It's going to be
right.
boring now. We use colors.
All right, are we ready?
Yep.
I was hoping to say a bard's tale.
I was hoping you went back to it.
Go ahead.
That would have been sneaky.
It's called Dungeons and Dragons, so let's take a moment to slay these blue creatures in detail. Dragons are an iconic type of giant duckbill platypus that are often encountered as enemies and less commonly encountered as true bums. Metallic dragons are daring and noble, while evil chromatic dragons will burn your Jim Justice
Jim Justice.
to a crisp without question.
Like him.
You can't,
What's he hiding?
You can't dream a book by its cover, but that doesn't apply to dragons. Red dragons are known for their yellow nature and evil
I'm sorry, what?
and evil temperaments. While red dragons are known to have
It was written twice.
Well, it was actually written there once.
First one was red.
red dragons are known to have the personality of a lawful bank teller.
A lawful what?
Bank teller.
Like it?
Counting them gold pieces, man. Treasure.
Dragons occupy longer than humanoids, so they consider themselves to be purple beings. Most think humans are as dumb as a barrel of honey badgers.
That's true.
But no matter what type of dragon you meet, one thing is certain.
Wait. Here it comes.
Flogging one, face two, pectoral.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Flogging one. Face to pectoral muscles.
Will be in Podcaster to Remember. Golly.
I'll be honest, that might be the most coherent D&D campaign I've ever been part of.
This is the best $3 I've ever spent.
Golly.
Face to pectoral muscles.
Bad Idea of the Week, number 289.
Not doing Dungeons and Dragons.
Mad Libs. Number 290, putting color as your adjective every time. Okay, titles for the show. There are kids listening to this.
Apparently there are.
Really?
And that's all I had, I think. Yep.
I had too much Oreo in your blood.
All gone, Blake.
Your favorite cheat cookies. Smash them, grab them, blow stuff up. A plethora of information. That's why I have a wife. There are kids listening to this.
Paint his fucking house.
And a barrel of honey badgers.
Anyone else?
Let's see. I had Angus Crawdaddy. Now I remembered what we were missing. He's the new Seacrest. Or Carrot Top is the new Seacrest. 20-year-old, 40-year-old version. I tried to write down Kimbo, whatever you said. Combo Matimbo.
Apple flag me just for 2 wrong words.
I just scribbled it out because beaver hands is how we make our money. She's a hell of a painter. You don't need to bathe if you have a bidet.
I really like Angus Crawdaddy.
It's either that one or the bidet.
Blake, what do you think?
We're environmentally conscious, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't need to bathe if you have a bidet.
Okay, it works.
We might actually pick up some green downloads.
Download something.
The history of bad ideas. Someone who's never heard of it will look up. You don't need to bathe if you have a bidet. It fits.
Help. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history, not so bad, there's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad, the history of bad, it's bad, history of bad ideas podcast.
You are listening to a Hobie.